Are you tired of boring line art? Well, I'm here to give you the solution to all your problems. If you clicked on this video, that means you want to see how to make some rainbow line art. So I'm going to show you how. I'm Starphie and let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so I'm going to make a sketch just in plain. Actually, I think I'm gonna choose purple. I'm going to make a sketch in purple, and so I'm going to just grab a sketching pencil. Okay, and I'm gonna set the size rather large, and I'm going to just quickly sketch out a girl that I can use to trace over and then make my line art. So I'm actually going to be creating the thumbnail of this video. Hopefully it turns out well. Hey, it's me from the future here, so I just wanted to say that while I was drawing this, tragedy struck. I mean, not while I was making the sketch, but while I was making the line art and doing the coloring and making the line art rainbow, yeah, something happened. Actually, what had happened was I lost the footage. Don't ask me how. It was wild. It was crazy. But yeah, the line art and the coloring took me a super long time, and it was a very, interesting process that I really wanted to show you all, especially for this drawing that I just love so much how it turned out. It's probably like my favorite drawing that I've done in a very, very long time. It's not super like detailed or anything, but like it's like really colorful and just really pretty and dreamy. I just love the vibe of it. And yeah, I lost the footage of me like doing everything except for the sketch. So I did another recording of me showing you pretty much how to make the line art rainbow, and I got a little bit into the topic of, how I colored it, but I'm not sure if I explained it really well. But yeah, I hope you enjoy watching the sketch at least. Luckily, I didn't lose that part. And yeah, this drawing is so good. Like, it gives Lisa Frank vibes. I made it my wallpaper on like everything, and I'm totally obsessed. And as a little thank you for sticking around and just being awesome, I wanted to give my subscribers a free coloring sheet of this line art. So in the description, I'm going to put a link to the coloring sheet, and you can download it for free, just as a thank you for, being subscribed or watching my video and just being here along for the ride with me. So yeah, I hope you enjoy that. And if you do decide to color this in, I would love it if you would post it on Instagram and tag me so I can see it. My username is _Starphie_. But if you don't feel like typing that out, there is a link in the description. By the way, if you're new here, hi, welcome to the channel. Glad to have you here. Here on this channel, I post two types of videos. I post gaming content and I post art content. So if you like more funny type videos, check out my gaming content. And if you're more into the art content, check those out too. I have plenty of those. I don't show my face here on this channel, but in my Sims 4 videos, you can see kind of what I look like because my Sim character looks just like me. So yeah, if you're curious, go check that out. We like to have fun here. This channel is all about fun and creativity. Also, if there's any other types of videos you would like to see, please feel free to request them in the comments down below. I'm always so curious on what my subscribers like to see from me. Okay, so unfortunately some footage was lost, but I'm just going to show you some of the main things that I did. I'm not going to be showing you how to color your art, but you can pretty much just do different blobs of color for each section underneath the line art. As you can see from my layers, here on layer 3, I have the line art, and then underneath are all these blobs of color for the different parts of the body. Once you do like the flat colors, then you can just make a layer on top of each thing that you want to add details for. Like, let's say you want to add shadows to the skin, you would just make a layer on top and then tap on it and then make sure clipping mask is checked. Okay, so it's pretty much finished, but I'm just going to show you how I did the line art, and I'm going to show you how I make adjustments at the end. So here's my line art layer. layer 3, and then on top of that I put a layer, and as you can see, that's where the rainbow colors are. So if I uncheck it, this is what it looks like. It's black. The line art's black. So I just lined it normally with black, and then on top I made a new layer. I clipped it to the line art layer, and I'll just show you what I did on a new layer. I'm not going to keep this layer, but I'm just going to show you. So I went to my brushes, and then I went to soft brush. Everybody should have that in their Procreate brush library. And then I just go to the color picker, and then you can choose like a red or a pink, whatever you want, and adjust your brush size and start coloring over the line art. Then you go back to the color picker, go to orange, then start going on top of that, then yellow, then go on top of that, then green, and go on top of that, and you just keep on going. Pretty self-explanatory, and that is how you get rainbow line art. Isn't that cool? It's so satisfying to do, honestly. And then make sure that if you're restarting the color cycle, that you go back to the same exact colors that you were using in your history. And there you go. That's how you do rainbow line art. It's very fun and satisfying to do, but this is the line art I'll be keeping, even though this one is pretty cool. But oh, and then the cool thing is also you can mess around with your line art colors. So you go to the magic wand tool, go to hue, saturation, brightness, and then look what happens when I start messing around with the hue. It's like, whoa, like satisfying rainbow. So you can like pretty much choose what your rainbow looks like with this. And then you can like up the saturation or lower it, and you can mess with the brightness. So yeah, that's a really cool way to, wait, do I kind of like it better this way? I don't know. Wait, which rainbow looks better? This one or this one? At this point, I don't know. So yeah, I showed you how to color your line art, and I just added so many layers. I added a background with, you can see it's just some gradients, and then these circles on top. I actually used a brush that my own daughter made, and it really came in handy. She's better at making brushes than I am. It's crazy. Color the mouth, color the clothes, eyes, just everything. And I added a rim light around the hair and the skin, and added some sparkles on top. And yeah, so the reason you see like the finished illustration on top of all my layers is because I was like kind of messing around with the colors. This is my like first attempt at the colors, and then this is just, I see, okay, what you want to do after you make your drawing is you want to save it with the wrench icon, and then you want to go to share, and I like to save mine as a PNG, so that's what I did. And then I went to add, and I went to insert a photo, and I just reinserted the whole artwork back in, so it's all on one layer. Yeah, I still have my layers down here if I want to make any changes. So okay, now I'm going to show you how like I mess around with the colors of the entire picture and how I add effects and stuff like that. So I go to the magic wand, and I go to hue, saturation, brightness. I didn't have my layer checked. Okay, go to hue, saturation, brightness, and here you can mess with the colors of the entire picture. So up the saturation a little bit maybe, and brightness. Wait, let me do over. I get really indecisive about the colors and the brightness and stuff. Yeah, I don't want it too bright, so I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. And the saturation, put it up slightly, and then the hue, put it a little bit more pinky. And let me just see how that looks compared to how it was before. I can't decide if I like it better or not. Maybe I made it too dark. Okay, I upped the brightness slightly. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Am I gonna bother with color balance? You can also mess around with color balance. So you just play around with the sliders until you get a result that you're happy with. And then you can do the midtones and the highlights. I swear this picture, I've messed around with the colors like 1,000 times, and I never seem to be fully satisfied. And I love how it's giving like Lisa Frank vibes. Okay, do I like it better still? Oh man, that changed the colors a lot. I don't know if I like it better. Well, anyways, I'm just gonna continue editing it, and just to show you the different ways I would edit this. Okay, now I would do perspective blur. So just slide your pencil across the screen until you're happy with the result. I usually like to do like around 5%. And also I would do chromatic abrasion, move the little dot over the face, and then slide your pencil across the screen. Yeah, a picture like this definitely calls for chromatic abrasion. Let's try 5%. And now I'm gonna add some noise, and I'll also do 5% for that one. Okay, now let me compare this to the original. Can't decide which one I like better. I don't know. What do you think? I've already played with the colors so many times, and every time I get a completely different result. So I might do this a few more times just to see what I like better. Yeah, that is my process for making rainbow line arts. So here is the finished drawing. I actually ended up editing the colors in my Photos app instead of Procreate, and this is what I came up with. And honestly, I still don't know if I like the colors like this the best, but I can't keep editing the colors forever, so I'm just gonna stick with this. Anyhow, thank you so much for staying till the end. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more art and gaming videos, and I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Bye!